Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's Facebook Live. We are going to be looking at keyword research and why keyword research is important for your business. So exciting. I'm sorry, I'm such a nerd. But let me, I hope last week's topics on Pinterest, the series on Pinterest was very helpful for you. Remember, again, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. And again, I'm going to share some slides with you and a very interesting fact that you would be excited to know. Are you ready? Let's get into it. All right. So why is keyword research, or why keyword research is important for your business? All right. So I'm just going to share with you an interesting fact. Last year alone, my website, one of my main websites, my main blog, the one with the podcast in it, got 1 million impressions in a 12-month period. And as you can see here, it's Search Console isn't letting me go back to the 24th of January. So they restricted me as to how far back I can go. But I got close to 1 million impressions, and that's for the web search. And then I also got over 500,000 impressions for my images, because just in case you didn't know, you can search for images as well on Google. So that is the number one reason why keyword research is important for your business. I do a lot of keyword research all the time, and I did a lot of it last year as well. And so hence and the year before, as you can see, the benefits far outweigh, I guess, the pain, for want of a better word. Okay, let's get into it. So first up, we're going to be looking at keyword tools. And obviously, just in case you didn't know, this keyword research that we're covering is all about search engine optimization, which essentially is I'm trying to see how very simply I can explain it to you. So keyword search engine optimization is the ability to optimize your content on your website or blog or whatever it is, so that you can show up in the natural search results on Google, Bing, Yahoo, etc. Yes, it can be a little bit technical, and I love tech stuff, but I'm going to show you how simple you can look at it from a sort of a different point of view, where it's all about just the way you think about things. Okay, so let's head back over to those slides. All right. So, and the things that you use to find these keywords, to find the volume of the keywords, what people are searching for, etc., are called keyword tools. And we've got different kinds of keyword tools. We've got free ones, we've got freemium ones, which means they're not necessarily free. They restrict you as to how many searches you can do a month or a day. In fact, there are very few free tools left. Many of them that were free last year are no longer free this year, only to a certain amount. And then there are straight off paid ones, where you probably get a free trial, or you probably wouldn't get a free trial at all, and you have to pay for it. All right. Okay, so the first one is called Exploding Topics. So this one is a cool one. It doesn't necessarily give you volume, but it gives you topics that is about to explode, and you can see the trend of those topics. So if I can show you a quick example of what that looks like. I'm not planning to be on the live today for very long, but I just wanted to show you an example. So I'm just going to share that screen with you right now, so you can see it live. Then we're going to head back on to Okay, so this is exploring topics, and as you can see, you can filter by the amount of years, as you can 15 years, etc. And you can filter by months as well. And months will show you stuff that's happening in the short term, like the elections or anything like that. And you can filter as well by category, like for example, business. So what's happening in business over the last 6 months that you need to know? Say TikTok ads, digital learning. By the way, the website address for this is just called exploringtopics.com. Thinkific, telecommuting, Preply. I've never heard of that. It's an online tutor platform with focus on affordability. That's interesting. So you can see it's sort of podcast microphone. Very, very interesting. It tells you what's happening in the sort of past 6 months. That isn't very far back. And you look at a trend. Look at this. In terms of the exponential growth, and they're all happening roughly around the same time. Drop servicing, YouTube hashtags, okay. Online tutor. You see the growth that's happening. So something's happening. Teachable is one of them as well. Micro learning, and it goes on and on and on. All you need to do is just go to exploring topics, choose a business. You can do a search as well if you don't find the next big thing. But most of the time, you don't know what's the next big thing. So you don't need to do a search. For example, in beauty, what's happening since, oh, wow, look at this. Homemade hair mask, a barber kit. Look at that. A foot mask. I mean, I think this is so very interesting. And obviously, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't necessarily give you, it tells you the volume in terms of searches per month, but it doesn't give you a long-term view in terms of and the other words. So for example, hair mask. If I click on hair mask, it'll show me the last 6 months. The keyword is hair mask, and it shows me the related topics as well. Homemade hair mask, foot mask, online haircut. Okay, I get it. I just thought that was very funny. But anyway, I hope that was a bit of an eye-opener for you in terms of what you can do when you do simple keyword research. Okay, let's get back to the presentation. Okay, the next one is Uber Suggest. Now, Uber Suggest is a company run by Neil Patel, or sorry, an application run by Neil Patel, and it gives you the ability then to do searches for anything like that. But like in last year when I was doing my keyword research, this application was 100% free. However, now it isn't. You get probably about 5 or 6 searches free, and now they charge, I think, $10 a month. There was no, like now you see pricing and all of that. There wasn't any pricing or anything like that last year, so they're now charging for this this tool. And we're probably thinking, oh, I missed the boat, but actually $10 a month is not that much big of a deal, considering I got 1 million impressions. So would you pay $10 a month to get 1 million impressions? I would. Next one is Keywords Everywhere. It's a Chrome tool, a Chrome extension, like a plugin into Chrome. And again, this one was free last year as well, for a very big part of last year, and now it's paid again. So a lot of the tools that were free are now moving to paid. There are other tools that are free, but it's not as powerful as the ones that were free. But I guess over time we get more free tools coming on the market. And then we've got Key Search. This one is not free; it's paid. It's again about $10 a month, thereabouts. And I do have a coupon code if you're interested to get an additional discount off. So let me know. All right. Then we've got Keyword Planner. So everyone, way back when I started doing keyword research over 10 years ago, everyone and their mom used to use Keyword Planner. However, as you can see with Keyword Planner, it says Google Ads. So the keywords that you find here is very specific towards search engine marketing or pay-per-click marketing. Whereas the 1 million impressions I got last year was for natural or organic search rankings or search listings, for want of a better word. So Keyword Planner is one by Google, as you probably heard of it before. All right, next we're going to be looking at short tail or head keywords, as it's called. One thing to know about short tail or head keywords, it's the total amount of searches online on the internet across Google, Yahoo, and Bing. 30% of those searches are done with short tail or head keywords, and it's extremely competitive. Those keywords are extremely competitive. I'll just show you what that looks like. So here I'm using the keyword tool because I know you may want to go and try out this. I'm going to use a free tool. I don't want you to go and spend money on a tool yet. I just want you to get a feel for what it's like doing keyword research. So just head over to the Google Keyword Planner. You need to log in, unfortunately. And they may ask you to set up a Google AdWords account. You can set up the account, but there's no need to run ads to get access to the Keyword Planner. So there you go. So if you look here, for example, my search is playroom storage. And the way to look at head keywords or short tail keywords is that it doesn't really give you a lot of information about what the person is looking for. Yes, playroom storage suggests that you want storage for your playroom, but why? What exactly you want to do? For example, if you look at the other words here, they've got playroom organization, they've got toy room ideas, they've got playroom storage bin. So it's what exactly you're looking for, playroom storage. So the more words that's included in that, it heads more towards what we call a long tail search. Playroom shelving, etc., as you can see here. Okay, so long tail keywords make up about 70% of all Google searches. So people who are searching on Google tend to use, the majority of the keywords they use are long tail keywords. They're much lower down the funnel in terms of, it's closer to the buying cycle, making a decision. So the higher up you are, you're just looking for general information. Like, for example, car insurance. You're just looking for car insurance. But even car insurance for over 50s, then it's starting to get much more specific. You're sort of narrowing down the search. Car insurance, quick coverage, or whatever it is you want to look for. It starts to get a little bit more specific. So it's lower down the funnel. It's a lot less competition. It does require a lot of research to find them. And yeah, low in competition. Even though I had it twice because it said it. And the reason why it's low in competition is everyone is lazy. Nobody wants to go and dig up and find these amazing pieces of nuggets or diamonds, as I like to call them. So here, this time I'm using Uber Suggest, which is by Neil Patel, as I said. And the search I did this time is a playroom organization ideas. And you can see here, the volume is not as high as, others. So if I go back and I show you, you see this one for playroom storage is 1,000 to 10,000 searches a month. Many years ago, Google used to tell you exactly how many searches per month. Now they're making it a little bit more cryptic and giving you a range. Okay, so back to that one. So we have 590 searches a month. It's playroom organization ideas. And if you look at, for example, DIY playroom organization ideas, it's only 10 searches a month. Now, I have to tell you that the Uber Suggest tool is it's not perfect. Okay, it's not perfect, but it will give you a sort of a fair idea as to the amount of volume you get for that particular keyword. In the far right-hand column, it's telling you what the search difficulty is or how much competition is there. So 44 is quite high. Anything around the 30 range is average, or 30 or below is average. So as you can see here, the long tail keywords have less searches and they're more in the green area, as you can see here. Here's another example. So I'm using SEMrush. And if you've ever heard of it, it's SEMrush.com. And I've used that. Again, you can use it as well. They give you, I think, 5 searches a day. So every day you have to go in and do another one. And you make sure you go in after a 24-hour period, because if you go in before, you wouldn't be able to do any more searching. So when they say that a day, they literally mean 24 hours. So you see here, playroom storage ideas, because it's kind of in between long tail, short tail and long tail. You get 1,600 a month. And then you go to 4. This has 4 words in it. It's a phrase. Kids playroom storage ideas is down now to 140. And all the others are like 4 words in the search. And the keyword difficulty here, surprisingly, and this one is 73%, it says here. But it all depends on your website, your blog, where it's higher high or low. So this one could be high because it's very specific and it leans more towards a buyer journey, like if someone ready to buy. And that's probably why this is the difficulty is so high. And you can see here the search volume is quite low, 10 searches a month, etc. But when you think about it, if you find 50 keywords that has 50 searches a month, already you have over 2,500 volume, and you incorporate all of those keywords into 5 blog posts, and you're getting that amount. I have to say again, so SEMrush is more or less accurate, but they're never 100%. Not even Google Analytics say that they are not 100%. I have taken words that they say it's only like 10 searches a month, and I managed to get 100 search volume coming into my website. So don't always take these volumes as gospel, but remember, the lower the volume, the less competition, and the higher chances of getting ranked on page 1 for those that are low volume. I must say though, there are some keywords that isn't the case, because it's very competitive because of the nature of the keyword. And here's another one again. So that was Playroom organization ideas, and the one before was Playroom storage ideas. And you can see here, that's only 480. And as it goes down, the competition gets a lot less. All right. Okay. So one of the most important things when it comes to keyword research and search engine optimization is this thing called user intent. So what does that mean? When I search for a keyword like Playroom closet organization ideas, what am I expecting to see in the search results? Or what is Google expecting to show me in the Google search results? So when you think of user intent, you have to remember, what is it the user intending to see? Why are they searching? What are they expecting to see? What is their problem? What is the problem that they're trying to solve? What are the related searches around that user intent? And what are people asking? Because you can find an amazing keyword and you can write an entire piece of valuable content on it, but it doesn't solve the problem for the user. So you don't get ranked, or if you get ranked, you drop in the search rankings because your content is not answering the question that the user is asking. So like an example here. So remember Playroom's organization ideas, and this is what Google is showing, because over time Google has learned when someone searches for Playroom organization ideas, this is what they're looking for: a list of things that gives them ideas on how to organize their playroom, as you can see here. And you see here, 30 genius toy storage ideas, 25 best toy organizers. So people are looking for a list of ideas. So if it is you come back and you write something that isn't a list, the chances that you wouldn't stay very long on page 1 of Google for that search term. Remember, I talk about questions. So what are people asking around Playroom organization ideas? What are they asking? How do I organize my playroom? How can I organize my toys without, oh God, that is so funny. How can I organize my toys without a playroom? How do you organize a playroom on a budget? How do you store toys in a small house? So this is the pains that people are having. They've went and they have kids, and then they realize that kids have a lot of stuff, like me with my kids many years ago. There's prams, and there's toys, and there's play gyms, and benches, and toys, and things to Lego, and you name it. So if you have kids, you know exactly what I'm talking about, the pain of finding places to store all that stuff. And then when people ask, how do I organize my playroom? What are they expecting to see when they ask that question? It's, as you can see, the suggestions from Google is a post from a website called farmeducation.com. And the suggestions are: get rid of the trash, involve your child in the cleanup, create rotation bins, etc., etc. So are you answering the question when it comes to user intent? If you are answering the question, the chances are that you found a great keyword and you're answering the questions and you get the impressions and you get the clicks, which is yes, 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 win, win, win. Okay, optimize posts. Now, before I go into detail about optimizing a post, there's something I need to say to you. I have included a link to SEO, a post called SEO for Beginners, which goes through a lot more detail than I'm going to go into in this video, because it takes a lot of time to explain blog post optimization. So for that reason, I am only going to show you a little brief about blog post optimization, and then if you click on the link in the post, it will give you even more information about blog post optimization. Are you ready? Let's get into it. All right. So what we're covering in Optimize a Post is, this is specifically for anybody who's on WordPress, who are doing self-hosting, who will be using the Yoast SEO plugin. I'll show you examples of a meta description, title, keywords, and images. I will be covering this in even more detail in a video later on this week. So if you want to see more of that, look again later on this week and you will see I do a video on it. So once you have a WordPress website that is self-hosted, you will need to download the Yoast SEO plugin, as it says here, General Yoast SEO. That will actually help you with your help you to optimize your blog posts. It's a simple tool, really simple. And what is involved in optimizing a blog post? Well, Google spiders search your content for specific indicators, like the title, all the subtitles, the actual content itself, for images, for the different header types. So there's header 1, header 2, header 3, header 4, header 5, and header 6. So those are the subheadings. They look for lists, especially. They love lists. The meta description, so it's telling the spiders what your blog post is all about. So when you use the Yoast SEO plugin on your blog post or website, the spiders will come visit your page, look for those special tags that tell them what the page is about, grab that information, and they will scroll away back to Google, and then they will index that information over there. And that is why you need something like a Yoast SEO plugin. Otherwise, you'll have to learn coding in order for you to get it done on your blog posts. And none of us want to learn coding, not even me. All right, although I did learn it some time ago. All right, so when you get the Yoast SEO plugin, you see they have all these features like the SEO analysis, readability analysis that you can switch on and off, the cornerstone content, the text link counter, XML sitemaps, etc. The XML sitemaps is the one that allows you to tell the spiders the actual layout of your entire website or your blog post. Okay, and every time you update your website or your blog, and you click save, the XML sitemaps will send off from the provider spiders will send off that information to the Google, and they will update the sitemaps to say, oh, she added one more page to this particular website, a fresh page. All right, so this is what it looks like once it's on your blog post. There's a little section in WordPress on the right-hand side, and it will have what they call the SEO section and the readability section. And there's a section for social as well, but that's, well, it's only important if it is you want to use it to put in captions for your social posts. So you can see here, this one I screenshotted just so I can show you, what kind of, you can have a red, it's a sort of a red, orange, sorry, green, red, amber, and green traffic light system. So once it's green, yay, everything's good. If it's amber, if it's amber, it's close to being good. And if it is red, it means that you need to do something to improve it. So there you can see I have lots of green, and I do have one red, and it tells me that 43.2% of my sentences contain more than 20 words. So they like your sentences to be short and precise and not chunked up into like one big long sentence where the person can read and have no chance to breathe, because it creates a bad user experience, basically. And this is what I was telling you about the meta description. So you've got a title in here. You've got your slug, which is the URL bit. I know it says here SEO for beginners, how to write your first 5 blog posts like a pro. I actually eventually shortened that to just SEO for beginners and not made it too long. But I see a lot of professionals still leave a very long one, but my preference is to have it really short, cut it short, like SEO for beginners. It's just like your website is yourdomain.com / and mine will be SEO-for-beginners. That will be my slug. Whereas some people might have it really, really, really long, and that's their choice. But it's common knowledge that people say the shorter the better. It isn't a major ranking factor, but it makes for a better user experience to remember it, and it shows up much nicer in the Google search results. The meta description is where I was telling you what you tell the search engine spiders what your blog posts or your pages are about. So each page or post on your website have this special section, where you put in all of this information about what it's all about. And it is basically, you can see it as a call to action, because this is the bit that shows up in the search engines. When you see the title and when you see the result of it. Let me show you an example of that. If you go back, so this bit here, so that's the title and that's the meta description. If you are looking for even more ideas on how to organize kids stuff, then organize and blah, 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 blah. This is the meta description. So that's what it looks like in the search engines. All right. Like I mentioned before, there is also your focus key phrase. It's not a major ranking factor, but it helps you to keep track of how many times you've used that specific keyword, because you can get, like I have over 150 blog posts on my main website, and sometimes you forget what keywords you've used. Well, before writing your blog post, because normally I check my keywords before writing the blog post. And you want to make sure you're not doubling up, because there's no point having duplicate keywords or 2 posts or 2 pages having exactly the same keyword, because it would be competing for each other, competing with each other for the space in Google. And then you've got your image tags, as you can see here. So when you put an image into your blog post or your page, it will come up with this little thing here, allowing you to put the title of the image. You see the image file name has it in there, and then the alt text as well. The alt text is very important for people with who has challenges, so maybe a physical disability or hearing impaired or everything like that. So you can tell them what is that image about. I should have put here photo of permalinks as post name, but yeah, you get the point. All right, so today's day 1 of Search Engine Optimization Week, and I call it SEO Week. Do you have any other search engine optimization questions? Search engine optimization can be a bit difficult to understand when you first get started. The secret is to take baby steps. Again, I remember saying earlier, there is a link in the captions of this video that takes you to a blog post that I wrote about SEO for beginners. Take advantage of that. There are many resources available to help you get your head around it, but don't rush off and do it all in one go. Take your time. You've got loads of time to get it done. It's a learning process. And yeah, once you get it done, it will all be hunky-dory for you. I hope you enjoyed today's presentation and you didn't find it too geeky, but do leave me feedback, comments, questions to let me know how you're getting on with your particular keyword research. And I'll see you tomorrow. We'll have more topics around search engine optimization. Okay, until next time, bye for now.